Hello and welcome to Cinebuck Presents, where I give my $2 instead of my 2 cents. Have you ever had an imaginary friend during your childhood? Personally, I didn't. Mainly because I wasn't creative enough at the time to come up with anything that original of a character. Even if I did have an imaginary friend of my own, this movie wasn't exactly the nostalgic trip that I had in mind. The plot revolves around a 12-year-old girl named Elizabeth, who's nicknamed Bee. She goes to stay with her grandmother at her apartment while her father is in the hospital for surgery. One night, Bee discovers a man named Cal and a couple of imaginary friends she can actually see, including a butterfly dancer named Blossom and a friendly purple monster named Blue. The reason he's called Blue despite being purple is because his original creator was colorblind. Now, Cal runs a matchmaking agency of sorts in finding new owners for the imaginary friends who had been rejected and forgotten by their original creators. Bee decides to help out in finding new homes for these imaginary friends, or IFs for short, all the while learning certain lessons along the way. There isn't too much I can say about this movie without going into spoiler territory other than I found the viewing experience to be mostly low-key, but fairly decent. The idea itself is nice, and it did give off that childlike charm in both the visuals and the musical scoring. My only criticism has to do with John Krasinski's script, for it seemed like it attempted to be both awe-inspiring and eye-poppingly fun in a good way. But given how it was structured and executed, it seemed to lack that certain gusto that the movie truly needed. It didn't help that the comedy wasn't exactly on point in selling the humor. Not even the all-star voice cast for the imaginary friends really helped much. It did have its good intentions in carrying out the message about keeping our memories alive. I just wish the script could have been fleshed out better, so that the movie could reach its desired goal in being both poignant and insightful. Some ideas did work, and the heart of this movie was pretty much set in the right place, but frankly, I feel that a lot more thought and imagination should have been put into the writing process. For what it is, though, it's mostly fine. If I were to give this movie a rating on a scale between 1 and 10, I'd give it a 6.5. This is Renton Whitetail having given his $2 and signing off. See you next time. Take care.